This is Bonsai Anonymous, and I think it is Tuesday. Is that true? No, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Don't worry, it's Saturday. Okay, so this cute little tree was a gift from my good friend, and this is the second pot it's been in, and we're going to maybe repot it, but let's look at it first. First of all, I think I will. Let's see here. So I haven't even looked at this until just now, and it looks like it's going to rain today, so I'm going to take a little bit of the time I would normally do watering and fool with this a little bit. Okay. So we're going to get you out of there. Kind of like you coming back. While I'm futzing here, I'm just going to get rid of some of these little ones that are going downward because they kind of conflict. And while I'm at it, if I see anything like this, I'm going to get rid of it. Just a little bit of one. Yeah. I'll leave him. We're going to cut some of these that are close in. I think maybe I'll. Doing much right now. Well, maybe it is, but anyway, I'm going to remove this, some of these in here, if I can. That's right in a angle of a branch. I don't think it's going to work out there. I have to be careful though. My hands are just not that steady. So maybe I'll just pinch a few of these. They're coming out this way. One in the middle there. This is terrible scissors. Okay, so let's just relieve this of the rest of this for the moment. This is one reason why you would want to not use extra long wire like I seem to, because when it comes off, it's awkward to have to get that big piece of wire around everything. Okay, so all right, so there's one wire off. Since I don't have anything written on this, so I have no idea when this tree was changed into the pot. It's too bad because it's a nice tree and I'd like to know its history, but there's no way I'm going to now other than where it came from, which is important. Okay, so you're not going to end up going back that way. Just start. So let's get rid of you. Okay, so that's helpful. A few of these are going down. That's pretty good. Let's look over here. So basically I haven't done hardly anything, and but I think that even from this angle, you can see that the tree is There's some pinchers right there. You can see a little bit more of the tree. And, piece. So we're cleaning up around these branches a little. But part of the problem that I have is that these scissors are so bad. And I've worked on them a little bit. I mean, it's basically the problem is this right here. This rivet loosens up, and also that means that they can go back and forth like let's see here, like that when you use them. And means they don't cut anything to speak of. Okay, so this one I tried to get rid of a minute ago. Okay, so we don't mind if there's a little stick coming out here and there. I mean, that can always be taken off. But what we want to be able to see is the tree. And so how do we, I can just cut that branch off, but it's such a nice one. I really want to do something with it. So let's decide where the front is. I like this one. Why? Because of this root right here. This side is going to be the front. It probably was before, but I didn't mark it. You know, this was before I was doing that. So we don't know what I thought at the time. We never will. Okay, so gradually working my way through all these. I mean, I know this is the second pot for this plant. The first one's was about half this depth, and it was really cute. It's right over there. I'm going to use it, but I have to find the right plant for that. So can we just, what do we want with this? We want this. Let's see. All right, I'm going to cut this back a little here. Why? So that I can see this back a little bit. Very close in. I hope what I'm not doing is getting rid of anything the plant needs. Okay, so I think an expert would do a lot more with this. I mean, this is probably the starting point for some of them, but it's hard for me, so I have to look at it, and it's hard to see in there so much. But I kind of think I want that to go like that. I don't know. Okay, so while I'm thinking, I'm going to do the dirt a little. This is like half of a repotting. At least that's where I see it. Get the dirt loosened up a little bit around the roots. Okay, now down here, same. Yeah, it's not overly wet. I'm happy about that. That's one of my problems with these, and I think that's why I killed the last one. Okay, so he's a little, and this root here, I don't know what to do with him. He's going the wrong way, going up. Really don't need any roots going up. So hopefully, as time goes by, these roots will, solid, what do you call it, harden in or whatever. So we'll just do that. Okay, so the dirt is a little less compacted. I'm not going to pull on the tree, but I can do some things to make it a little more attractive. Okay? So basically, I think I'm going to wait for my teacher. He's an expert on these. He sells them at the swap shop on the weekends here. And so if you wanted to get one of his junipers, this wasn't one of them, I don't think. I think this one came in the mail from my friend with a cute little pot that's over there, as I said. But so this came from him, and it's got a nice shape to it. So I'm going to stop here and let him help me with it a little bit. While we're stopped, I'll do just a few more things with this. One of them is that's I got this new aquarium gravel, and I hope there aren't too many people cringing about this. I just like the way it looks. So of course, I think I can find this. So why do we have these tiny little tools when we have fingers that are, you know, it's because for me, I can't get my fingers in there and control this way. My hand shakes, and for some reason this doesn't shake as bad. And even if it shakes a little, I can still get this in. That's not what I want to do first. I want to put the fertilizer in first. I'm confusing myself here, and that's pretty easy to do, actually. Okay, and here's the other stuff. So let's get some of this in here. This is pretty mild fertilizer. 10, 10, 10. Let's go over here with this one. This way. And before I come to the next fertilizing, which is in March, I'm going to have to get some more out of it. And like most things I do, I don't have the foggiest idea if I'm doing it right. When I find out is when it dies. Okay, so that's not the front. The front is here. Okay, let's not get too confused here. So how are we going to make sure we remember that? Well, I can find my. There it is. This thing kind of floats around. Many years ago, I bought a bunch of these metallic Sharpies, and I just love them. Gold, copper, and silver color. And I use the gold one on the front of these to do my little design. Okay. I get confused easily. I don't know if any of you have that problem. Okay, and I almost never leave enough room for that. Okay, so according to what I'm reading, this is the Japanese word for front. And of course, I always say, if anyone knows differently, please tell me. And no one seems to know differently yet. Or I think maybe the real problem is that no one's watching. That's okay too. I think that for many people, and myself for sure, doing these little videos on YouTube with my 2 views or whatever that I'm getting, what they're doing is they're providing a record of what I've done. And for me, that's very important because I don't have any memory. My memory is so bad. And every time I come out, I say, I got to bring me a pencil sharpener. And every time I come out, and there's no pencil sharpener. So anyway, getting older and losing your memories sucks and all that. But not having to go to work is almost balances it out, you know? So I'm going to sharpen this pencil with this knife here. I found this knife in a drawer, and I don't know where it came from. Or truthfully, if it's even mine, but no one's complained yet, and it's the drawer in our house. So okay, so this is going to stay out until I push this button. It seems a little dangerous to me, but everything seems dangerous to me now. Okay, so this is a juniper, and we can erase this tag and put. I watch my videos and I notice I disappear off this way so often, which is really not that bad. I don't want to be on camera, you know, I'm anonymous and all that. So this is a juniper. Did I break that? Jeez, it's broken. Pruned to, what is today? 1724. Yeah, I broke the leg. Okay, so if I put you back here with this, kind of in the same place. It's not really detracting from that. Okay, so, only thing I have left to do is put a small amount of this. I might do this with my hands because I really don't want that much. Just a few. So why am I doing this? Well, I like it. But the original pot was an old Japanese gentleman fishing. And there was a little spot for some actual water to be in this pot. So I'll show it to you, but it's just a cute one. I'm going to wait till I use it and then we'll do that. So these blue, which is actually also happens to be the color that I have laying around, are a nod to that water. Okay, so I've got all sorts of little stupid things like that I do that no one will ever know about. And that's okay. That's okay. Think about all the things that people did over the years that no one actually found out about. Okay, so this is ready to be watered. Okay, and I don't know if I'll water it today. But while I'm at it, let me just trim the top of a couple of these that are tall. Tallest ones. So you. I don't know if you're going to do that. Maybe you're going to do that. I don't know. And if we look up into here, there's some of the problem in there. It's just so confusing. And I know that the thing to do here is to cut some of those off underneath there that are just in the way and going the wrong direction. So maybe if I do this, which I've seen them do many times, maybe if I do find a few of these and get rid of them, it will make it a little better. Do I want those right there going back? No. And you, I don't want. I'm always afraid that at a certain point, and I know I've done it, at a certain point I'm going to cut off something that shouldn't be cut off. That's all a little messy in there. I'm not sure about that. And I'm not sure about this. I don't want that coming back toward there. That's where I don't want it. So we're going to get rid of you. And you. And probably you. Okay. And now let's look at it. I do like it. I can see the trunk better. Quite a bit better. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. I got any back there. I don't need you down there. I don't need you over there. Okay. Now, I'm sure that in the past I've cut off too much from a tree. I know it because you can walk around and look at them. They're the ones that are just sticks. And I'm a person that just hates to think that something that I did or didn't do has killed them. So how do you justify that? How do you justify all this? Well, I don't know. Okay, so I just want this to be down and not with that. I think this one's going to have to go this way. And it's really in the way of that. So there's the start. Okay. So I think if I twist it and then put this out here, it will be better. Or maybe just, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try to do that. I just pull this down like that and over. That's really all I need to do right there. Okay, so the way I do this is I put the branch where I would like it to be with my hand, and it's a tough branch. It's, where I want it is basically down there, and like that. And there's two ways to do it. One is to bend the whole thing, and that brings this down too, which I'm trying to avoid this being in the way of that. So that makes that an easy decision. I'm just going to bend it down like this, and over a little maybe. So to do that, I need pretty serious wire. Just to do it this way, or do we want to do it like this? That, or like so when I do bonsai, there are these long periods of silence that where I'm thinking what else to do. And, I really, yeah, right. Do I want to do it that way? Or do I want to do this? So that's going to be it for that today. I'm not going to wire it because I'm not sure what to do, and if I'm not sure what to do, this is interesting wire, by the way. I don't know where it came from. I think it probably came from something that I was given or bought. It's bonsai wire, but coated with this plastic covering, and I don't really know why they do it. I don't think it's necessary to do that, because I don't know that that this is going to stop it from cutting into the plant any more than not being there. I don't really know. So, but I have to credit the people who came up with it, because I think it's not that easy to come up with a new idea for bonsai, because in the hands of many it's tradition bound, and I'm reading. I bought 3 books by Peter Chan, and unfortunately for me, 2 of them end up being the same book, printed with a slightly different cover. And I'll just tell you about that. I recommend the book and the teacher. I'm sure it wasn't his decision to put out 2 versions of the same book with slightly different titles, and the 2 titles are the Beginner's Bonsai Bible and the Bonsai Bible. So the word beginners is in one of them. So I saw these on eBay, and I said, the Beginner's Bible is good, and the other one's good too. 2 books by him is not a bad thing. So I bought them, and they turned out to be exactly the same book with that cover difference. Every page is the same. So I'm going to be selling that one up on eBay, the second one, for cheap. So if you want to buy a Peter Chan book for very little, I think I spent $15 on it, and it's worth that. It's worth it, but I don't need 2. So, where was I going with that? Anyway, I learn a lot from watching YouTube and listening to people like Peter. I don't care for all of them, and why should I? Why does everyone appeal to me? So I'm not wiring this today. I spent straighten the wire. If I look down here, most of my wires down there are straight. So I think this is just about the perfect spot in this pot. So when I do repot it, I'm going to find a nice, and I don't have any, of course. I don't have any nice pots at all left. They're all kind of weird. So I'm thinking that in the next 6 months I'm going to have to make some pots, and some of them are going to be this size, some of them will be a little bigger, and then I always make 2 or 3 like this that I end up not knowing what to do with them. Okay, so anything else here? Let's have a nice drink of coffee. And I'm just kind of rambling now. So I'll say for now, Bonsai Anonymous out.